King Arvind, born billions of years ago, obtained the clairvoyant knowledge during his time of deep penance in a forest. With this knowledge he revealed to a wild elephant, foretelling that he would become the 23rd Tirthankar, a spiritual teacher in the eternal chain of continuity. From now onwards follow what is guided. The elephant accepted all. This is an ancient sage from billions of years ago, a young King Arvind who ruled the ancient city of Podanpur wisely. After the death of his prime minister, who left behind two sons, King Arvind appointed the younger son, Marubhuti, as the new prime minister. Marubhuti was known for his wisdom and compassion, making him a suitable choice for the role. In contrast, the elder son, Kamath, was seen as irresponsible and preoccupied with frivolous activities. Kamath, however, could not tolerate his younger brother's appointment and frequently caused disruptions. Marubhuti, showing patience and respect, chose to ignore his elder brother's mistakes. Kamath, taking advantage of Marubhuti's good nature, continued to plot against him. His ultimate aim was to undermine Marubhuti's administrative skills and damage his reputation in the eyes of King Arvind. Once the king sent Marubhuti on an important assignment outside the city, expected to take around 15 days to complete. In Marubhuti's absence, Kamath took the opportunity to disrupt the administrative systems, revealing his true intentions. Kamath's first act was to harass his brother's wife, including acts of molestation. When this was reported to the king, he took immediate action and ordered Kamath's expulsion from the city due to his reprehensible behavior. Upon returning to Podanpur, Marubhuti learned that his brother had been ousted for his mistreatment of his wife. Discovering that Kamath was residing in an ashram on his way, Marubhuti decided to visit him to give up for his mistakes. However, during their meeting, Kamath, fearing arrest, struck Marubhuti with a large stone, killing him. Kamath then buried his brother's body in the ground to hide his crime. Kamath had buried his brother Marubhuti under a rock, but the residents of the ashram were unaware of this incident. Meanwhile, King Arvind eagerly awaited Marubhuti's return, but there was no news of him. Years later, a Muniraj endowed with clairvoyant knowledge visited Podanpur. The king consulted him about the whereabouts of his long-lost prime minister, Marubhuti, and was shocked to learn that Marubhuti had been killed by his own brother, who had been living in the ashram all this time. Upon hearing the full story, the king surrounded the ashram to capture Kamath and bring him to justice. In an attempt to escape, Kamath slipped from the rocks and fell to his death. At one stage, the king renounced worldly life and moved to the forest for penance. Within a few years, he was blessed with the gift of clairvoyance knowledge. Meanwhile, his former prime minister, Marubhuti, had been reborn as a fierce, wild elephant in the same forest. This elephant was notorious for killing people, uprooting trees, and destroying crops. Seeing the destruction of their crops, The villagers gathered with weapons and chased the elephant, trying to drive him away. Surrounded on three sides, the enraged elephant bolted toward the fourth side, where Muniraj Arvind was deep in penance. The elephant was trampling everything in his path, and the villagers feared that Muniraj Arvind might be harmed. Hearing the loud commotion, Muniraj opened his eyes and saw the rampaging elephant and the crowd behind it. As the elephant approached him, it suddenly calmed down, becoming peaceful and gentle. The villagers were amazed at this sudden change and returned to their homes. The elephant's tranquility was due to a recollection of its past life. It recognized Muniraj Arvind as his former king. In reverence, the elephant sat near him. Muniraj Arvind spoke to the elephant, saying, "Listen carefully. In the future, you will be the 23rd Tirthankar Bhagwan in Bharat Kshetra of Jambudvip. Abandon your violent ways and focus your mind on the natural laws, embracing the path of right faith. Understanding that you are a soul, not merely an elephant, is the second step toward the path of liberation, moksha." The elephant understood, repeating internally, "I am not an elephant but a soul." Seeing the elephant's efforts, Muniraj Arvind encouraged him to not only repeat the words but to internalize their meaning. Finally, the elephant comprehended the basic principles and resolved to live in harmony with them. The elephant began to follow the process routinely, bringing about a positive change in the surrounding atmosphere. Everyone appreciated this change, and a cordial relationship developed among all the animals. One day, as he was on his way to the river for a bath, he unfortunately got stuck in the mud. He tried to free himself, but the more he struggled, the deeper he sunk. A loud commotion ensued as various animals, especially monkeys, attempted to pull him out from the trees, but their efforts were in vain. Meanwhile, a large cobra hanging from a tree bit him deeply. This cobra was, in fact, his brother Kamath from a past life, who still bore enmity toward him and would not let him escape. In the cycle of rebirth, the elephant took birth in the first heaven, while the cobra was reborn in the second hell. Observe the unique role of karma. It would astonish people to see that karma spares no one, holding everyone accountable to the law of cause and effect. Whoever acts is bound to face the consequences, as one reaps what they sow, with unwavering adherence to this universal principle.